Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Timberdoodle's curriculum and our agenda for week 2 of homeschooling. So last week I talked to you guys about how I was using Timberdoodle's handbook and the online scheduler to schedule or just really come up with my agenda, day-to-day plan, week-by-week plan, and how I was using my happy planner to arrange day by day what we were doing and just making sure that I had everything recorded and that everything was there. So I've stopped using the handbook, mostly because I think I have everything pretty much down, though I'm still using it for some references here and there. But overall, everything is now in my happy planner. So in my happy planner, I'm using the student edition for 2020 to 2021. Now I've done some modifications. I've used some pages from Timberdoodle's online scheduler, printed those out and added them into my planner. So we're gonna go ahead and get started if I go right into it. Now, last week I did talk about how I was doing it. There's some things that have changed, and that's why I'm doing week by week versus planning out, the entire month or the entire curriculum itself into the planner. So if we go ahead and get started, I did change my schedule to a 40-week schedule. Now, this came from Timberdoodle, and it is the full curriculum for the entire year of what we need to cover. Now, I switched to 48 weeks because I don't want to be pressured into, we have to do this, and exactly on these weeks. I want to take long vacations. I want to be able to have the flexibility to take a week off if I want to. So this is really good for me to space out our learning throughout the year. Like I mentioned, this is the student planner. I covered that up because I didn't particularly like it. Class schedule, I am taping those pages together. I don't necessarily think I need them since we don't really have a schedule per se. Now, I'm using these as my attendance record. So which days are we attending school? And then once I check them off, I'll just count the days and I'll add the number at the top. That way I can keep track of how many days did we actually do schooling. Now, yes, we have a long record here, mostly because we didn't finish our work last week. So we ended up doing some work on Sunday. So I counted it as, as a school day. So this is how these pages are going to be done. It's just going to be a check mark for the day that we do schooling. And it goes all the way to July. Now, this tab, I took it from my teacher planner. Now, I don't use my teacher planner. I ended up using just the student, but I did like this tab. I love this saying, amazing things happen when you are kind. And I did need one for a checklist because I am keeping track of what's happening week by week. So this page also came from Timberdoodle. Now, I did have to modify it. I had to export this from their website. I converted it into Excel, and I made some modifications just to make sure that it was exactly how I needed it. I didn't need notes, I didn't things like that. So I spaced it to where it's showing exactly what I want to see. I just go in and color these in as they get done throughout the week. Now, this one was for last week. And you can see there are some things that we missed, but I can always go back and recheck them. Some of these we missed completely because we don't have the books, so they were back ordered. We haven't gotten them yet. So they are there because I do need to do them, but we obviously didn't do it. So I'm using this page for week 1. I've then printed week 2. I've added my dates. Now, I want to write in the dates because, again, if I want to take a whole week off, I want to be able to jot down when that week 2 occurred, not necessarily a week after this one. So that is why I'm putting in the dates as well, handwritten versus printing it out. Now, here again, very much like before, I'm just filling in what was done, and I'll go through, as we go through the day, I'll go in and fill it in just to make sure that I have everything and I'm in track to, you know, complete the entire week. I did print out week 3, week 4, week 5, and of course I'll keep printing them as we get there. August, we go right into August. So I did a little bit of decoration here. There's really not much going on in this page. I'll probably here write down days that we were off and what we did on those days, field trips, things like that. Don't forget things that I need to purchase. So I do need to buy highlighters, folders, that kind of stuff. So it's my to buy list. And then at the end of the month, I'm going to do a monthly update. It's going to be like my report card. So my goal is to use the checklist and kind of grade how we're doing. Now, it's not going to be a accurate grading per the curriculum. It's going to be more of me checking how we're doing into each section, and hey, maybe we need to work more on language arts, or maybe we need to work more in math. So that way I can keep track of how we're doing week by week. Obviously, I haven't even started yet, but it is here for when I get to it. I probably won't do it until the end of the month because I do want to see how the whole month is going to progress. Now, last week, this is where things start getting busy. I do have a cute little bookmark here. So last week, we got a lot done. This page is full. It is highlighted all over the place because those are the things that we completed. Now, there are a few things that you will see here and there what we didn't do, and so I moved those over into Sunday. So these are the things that we did on Sunday because we didn't finish them out throughout the week. Did mention this in a previous video, but I do want to mention it again. So on the side are things that I want to get done throughout the week that are part of this, but they don't necessarily need to fit in. So board games, we do have board games every Wednesday, and that can be anything like Monopoly, Guess Who, you know, Candyland, whatever she wants to play. We'll do a board game or, you know, board game night on Wednesdays. ABC Mouse, she loves ABC, and it is a really great system that we use just for her to play, but it's also very educational. And then reading eggs. So I discovered that my kindergartner doesn't really like all about reading, and I have now officially taken it off my curriculum. She is not really grasping the concept of combining words or combining sounds to make words, and reading eggs has her already reading, you know, 3-letter words easily. She'll look at it and she knows that's a cat, a rat, whatever it may be. Whereas with All About Reading, I don't know if it's the size of the book. I've done this, taking the pages off to try to see if that will fit for her, but she's just, it's not grabbing. I've dropped it. Now what we're doing is we're doing 20 minutes of reading eggs every single day. So if you do see All About Reading, it has now been replaced by reading eggs. So week 1, I want to say was very successful. Everything was great. We loved it. And so then we move on to week 2. Now I'm going to put my little bookmark back so that I don't lose my place. I love these bookmarks, by the way. They're really, really great. All right. So week 2, we're on Tuesday. Again, we're back to our board games for Wednesday. We're going to do our ABCs. I've done the little check mark on the side. She can do these whenever she wants to. Reading X is going to equal All About Reading. So if I did write All About Reading here and there, it just means we're going to do Reading X instead. Now, Reading X is like $10 a month, but it really is worth it. It's simple for her to understand, and she's really learning a lot from it. So I really think it's worth it. Eventually, we will move into All About Reading, but again, right now it's just not the time. Now, one thing I want to talk about is my pens, and I know this is going to sound really silly, but one thing that I'm doing is, let's say, what your kindergartner needs to know. I can come in here and say, you know what, we're not going to do this one until Friday. So it is really, really easy to come in here, write in a pen, and then you can erase it and then jot it down where you need it. So I really, really like these pens. If you haven't used them, if you don't have them, I recommend them 100%. They're amazing. So what I'm doing here is, of course, I'm writing down what needs to happen each day. These are not in any particular order. What I do the night before is I gather all of the books that I need for this day. Now, what I've put along the line, this is just really decoration, but on the top are the ones that I think are the easiest for her to do. I do work full time, so while I am, working, or she wants to start working on something that she can do on her own, I will let her do these. Spelling, you see, it's a little bit more of writing, so she can do that herself. And again, those 3-letter words, she can read them. She's pretty good with understanding and hearing her words or letters, so we're leaving those as is. But really, these are the ones that we found easier, and then throughout the day we'll just pick a book, we'll pick something from here and add it to what she needs to do for that day. As she completes them, I highlight that section. That way we know that we are complete. Once we are done with the week, I can come back to the checklist. And this is what I did for week 1. But what we can do is essentially I can take this page, take it off, go through and say, okay, we've done what's going on here. I can check it off all around the world. I can come in here and check it off. Once that's complete, and again, I probably don't want to do this every single day. I'll probably do it probably on Thursday. That way I can focus on what's missing on Friday besides what's already here if we did miss something. I can then go back to my checklist and snap it back into my planner. That way it's all in order and I can, continue on with the plan. Now, I did mention I was doing Tuesday to Saturday, and then whatever was left, we would do it on Sunday. I didn't like this. And I like my weekends. I want to continue to enjoy my weekends. So what I've done is I've moved it back to Monday to Friday. And then whatever we don't get done will be done either on Saturday, or we're going to move it to next week. Because like I said, weekends, I need some time off, and Sunday and Monday are just not cutting it for me. So we're back to Saturday and Sunday. We're doing these weeks. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add either a little quote, but really what I want to use these is I want to give her a little message for that week. Write down how she did or something that I'm proud of her for doing. This is a really great way to come back and see how a whole year has progressed for her. So that's the plan, and that really is it for week 2. I will let you guys know how we're gonna do week 3. Wish me luck. And yeah, that's all I have. If you like this, you guys, I really love to hear if you do, or if I'm just, maybe this isn't helpful, and if it's not, then that's okay too. But if it is, I'm gonna try to do these once a week. Now, I'm gonna try to add as much info as I can. If there's any questions that you have about, anything in the curriculum that I can try to help you with. Now, this is not my first time homeschooling. This is my first time homeschooling a kindergartner. I've homeschooled 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. We're not homeschooling 4th grade this year, but if there's anything that I can do to help or give you more information on, if you want to see how I've resized these, because as silly as it sounds, it is the website to print out these are complicated. So if you do want to see anything like that, let me know. I'd be happy to do anything like that, show you how I did it, how I convert it to Excel and make modifications. If there's anything you want to know, let me know. Having said that, if you want to go ahead and subscribe, that way you can get any updates to the videos that I'm making as they come out. Like I said, I'll try to make them once a week. And please like this video if you found it helpful. Thanks. Bye.